Hi guys, welcome to the next video. Now we will see how to migrate OneDrive data. Right, guys, please observe I am on my target account here, and my OneDrive is completely empty. We can also observe this here in the admin center. This is my target account, and my OneDrive here is completely empty. So we don't have any data here, right? And this is my source account, my Alpha Fashions account, and I have a couple of files here. You can observe the folders with the name training or SC300 or Azure or certificates. And I need you to observe in the admin center that I have approximately 629 MB of data. Again, it's not a very significant amount of data, but we can definitely see how the migration works. Let's come to Quest on Demand. I've already opened my project. I'm in my OneDrive. That is my account. Let's click on my account and let's click on Migrate OneDrive. A task will be created, OneDrive migration. I do not have any template for that, so we're going to create a new template. Let's click on Next. You can specify the file migration action if there are any same files. So do you want to override target files? You want to skip if the target file is the same version or newer? You want to override if the target file is older, or copy if the target file is newer, right? You want to specify any alternative migration location, so we can specify that, right? I'm going to go with the default here. Let's click on Next. How many versions to migrate? Only latest, more versions, or all versions? But you can specify what will be the size of that, right? I would say for your very old files, let's say files which are let's say 3 4 5 years ago, probably we only want to go with the latest versions. Otherwise, guys, the files can get very heavy. If you all might have had experience with some archived data. Users do not realize this, but they keep on editing their file. They may change one word, they may change one line. They close the document and open it again and then do the same thing without realizing every file have like hundreds of versions, and believe me, every version is taking up the storage on your SharePoint or on your OneDrive. So it's very important to be cautious how many versions we are allowing for the users and which versions you want to migrate in case you have this kind of a scenario. So let's go with latest versions only, or you can specify the number of versions via the second option, right? I'm going to go with latest versions. Let's click on Next. Select which account will be displayed in the created by and modified by properties of the migrated content. So whether you want it to show system account or matching target account, then you can go with this. Make sure uh, that you have already matched the accounts. Do you want to migrate the permissions? You don't want to migrate, update permissions for the migrated content, or update permissions for all the content. Guys, in your OneDrive, you might have shared your data with your organization, with multiple colleagues, maybe external users as well. So, whether you want all the permissions to be migrated or not, and probably you do want to migrate it, right? If you're not migrating it, it would become a big challenge to assign the permissions later on, right? It would become a challenge. especially if you have thousands of users in your organization and every user might have shared their OneDrive data with, let's say, 20 other users. So, managing permissions of the migrated data again by all the users would be a big challenge. So, make sure that this permission reassignment is performed properly and cautiously and with proper planning. Now, select whether to migrate permissions with auto rerun task to reduce the task load, or you want to whether you want to convert source sharing link permissions to direct permissions for matched target accounts and groups. You can specify how do you want to migrate the permissions. I'm going to go with this for now. Now, let's click on next. Pick the appropriate OneDrive for business licensing plan. Again, just like for Exchange, I already assigned a license, but we could have assigned it using the migration task. Let's click on next. What do you want to migrate? Everything or items that were added or modified since last successful migration, or you want to exclude or include any specific items, so we can do that, right? You can specify specific folders to exclude using semicolon, specific file types you want to exclude, files created after or before. You can specify a date or of a particular size. I'm going to go with all items for now. Let's click on next. I want a notification that the task is complete, and I want to run the task right now with medium priority. Next. And I want to auto rerun the task if target users are missing any files or folders. Next. I want to generate a report. Next, and finish. Let's go to the tasks. Let's open OneDrive migration task, and let's scroll down and observe it is just a new task for now. We only, guys, please observe my migration is 5% complete and it is in progress, and we have only one event as of now, right? So there are multiple events now. If you can observe, started to analyze target OneDrive, finished the analysis, started to analyze the source, finished analysis. Guys, I have 108 files in 20 folders, total 682.3 MB of data, and it has started the migration. Come back to tasks, 20% migration done. Let's come to the target tenant, guys, and probably here it is still empty. Let's refresh the page. Okay, this is still empty. Let's come back here. Let's open the task. It's 55% done, and I have a couple of other events. Guys, I'm showing you all this in live right now. Okay, my migration. All right, guys, we have a challenge. Uh, Only 256 MB data can be migrated in the free trial, and probably okay. My 101 and it 101 files and 18 folders have been migrated. 101 file versions, 253.1 MB of data has been migrated. Let's come back to tasks and see if my task is completed. No, it's still at 55%. and here it says completed. Okay, let's come back here, and guys, observe my data is here. Okay, and guys, I want you to observe in the modified by, I can see the correct name. It does not display system account or something else. And guys, you can see all my certificates, all my data, and in the Azure folder also we have everything. Same data I had here also. Let's come back here. Guys, please observe that my task is completed. And because we had a challenge, that because we have a trial license, so only 256 MB of data was migrated, right? And we got the notification as well. Also, guys, I'm going to refresh our admin page. Here it's just still showing 0 MB. Let's refresh this, and it should show around 250 MB of data, since that was the limitation of the trial tenant of Quest. Right? So I have 209 MB of data. Approximately same, because we can check for few MBs here and there.